So this is like Nephi and what's book of Helaman, right? Where blessed art thou, Nephi, you've been true and faithful, right, in all things. Therefore, anything you ask will be granted, because you will not ask anything that's contrary to my will. So this is the sealing keys, the sealing power of the priesthood, where it's a fullness of priesthood that is available. So the promise here is that if you come unto Christ truly and magnify the gift that you've been given through the covenant path, through the gospel, and actually attain unto this purification and cleansing from sin, you can receive a fullness of priesthood and a fullness of blessings in this life. And that will align you with the will of the Father and with the will of the Son. And it will put you in a position to be someone like them, so that what you do and what you seek is the same as them. And therefore, those things that you seek happen. They're granted unto you. And I thought this was really humorous, but the next verse says, "But know this, it shall be given you what you ask." Almost like a warning.
When I say it, well, we were preparing, like, that's definitely the voice of a parent, man. Like, okay, you get what you ask for, kind of a thing.
But I mean, there is a divine principle there, that God honors his promises, right? The covenants that God makes, he fulfills. And when you have a fullness of priesthood, that means you have a degree of autonomy over that which is placed in your stewardship, and God respects it. And there is a huge lesson here to be learned just in studying the scriptures and the prophets, and especially church history, and understanding that when God gives this fullness of priesthood, like when he appoints a head, right, prophets and apostles, he gives them stewardship, and he gives them leadership, and he makes them autonomous in their roles. Like, he allows them to ask and to direct the affairs of the priesthood as they desire, right? That doesn't mean they don't consult. That doesn't mean they don't seek the will of the Lord and his desire. But there are, I don't think I'm going out to left field here on this, but there's lots of instances where there may be multiple approaches to leadership. How are we going to do this? We could do it like this. We could do it like that. We could do it this other way. Maybe they're all acceptable, or, or whatever. Like, there's a lot, I believe, right? There's a lot of freedom and autonomy in priesthood and in priesthood keys. And the brethren have lots of opportunities to direct the kingdom according to what they are desirous, what they think is best, right? They're based on their opinions, their life experiences, their wisdom, in counsel with each other, and also through prayer, of course. But I think there's a lot of opportunity. I mean, we see this, you see this in your callings, you see this as parents, right? There's lots of opportunities to direct and to lead in ways that you think is best. And it's supposed to be that way. I mean, that's the whole gift, last week's lesson about gifts of the Spirit, and being able to use them as and take advantage of them as they are distributed among each of us.
Hit that like button, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it.
They may seem like little things, but liking, commenting, it helps the algorithm push our content out to more people. So it's our small way of sharing the gospel in a social media age.